where best friends and next-door neighbors, Willow and Lillian, spill the tea on murder, mysteries, and other things that go bump in the night. So get your favorite teacup ready, and let's get into it. Welcome to Cruel Tea Podcast. This is Lillian, and with me is Maris.
Hello.
Hello.
We're on camera.
We are.
It's crazy, and I'm nervous. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm here.
You're here.
On video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you should sit up straighter.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm used to always leaning into the microphone.
Yeah, you lean into the mic. We have to, so the sound is good. So, hello. This is a very This is a very special Maris Monday because it's the first one we're putting on YouTube. And I have hemmed, and I have hawed, and dragged my feet, but here we are.
I was the pusher. I was like, we got to put this on a video.
You really want to be calling yourself a pusher?
No.
Okay,
police,
take it back.
I'm good.
Oh, you're a pusher of good things.
Yeah.
Like, hey, kids, want to try some kittens?
Kittens.
Indeed.
The new drug.
So, yeah, here we are. You can now see my head.
This is what I look like.
This is what you've requested and asked for. Yeah. And I would like you to know these lights are hot. And I am sweaty, and it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And we got to be up early.
Yeah.
But anyway, so if you are listening to this as you regularly do on the podcast, then my advice to you would be check the description, and there will be a link. If you check the description, there ain't a link, it's because I ain't done with it yet.
Yeah, or you forgot.
No. Oh. Well, possibly. But I am going to put the link to our YouTube channel, so I won't forget that. So just whatever, ignore me. If this is your first time seeing us or hearing us, hello.
Hello.
I am Lillian.
Yeah.
And Maris is my husband.
Hello.
So we're two artist weirdos, and we live in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Mm-hmm. So you can come murder me now.
Yeah. I mean, you have to get through all the banjos, but...
You do, and there's a lot of those.
There's a lot. There's actual literal mountain men.
Yes, yes. And so we don't know anything, and arguably we are experts in nothing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maris dropped out of what?
I dropped out of art college after 4 years and spent all my money.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
I dropped out of community college in my second semester.
You made it sound saucy.
I did, because I'm proud. Anyway, we're dumb as dirt. Mm-hmm. And here on Maris Monday, we choose to believe stuff.
We choose to be dirt. Yeah.
We're dirt people, and we believe dirt stuff.
We do, with like big feet.
We're like Mulder. I want to believe, but we go farther. We do believe.
We're dumber than Mulder.
We're way dumber.
Way dumber.
We would never work for the FBI.
No, they wouldn't hire me. We couldn't pass no drug test.
Actually, funny story. I almost got recruited by the FBI in high school.
They did not try that on me.
Well, see, I was one of those gifted children. It did not last into adulthood.
No, you're not a gifted adult.
No, like a lot of brain damage.
No.
Since high school.
I have no excuse. I do not have brain damage as far as I know.
As far as you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today we're going to talk about an alien baby. That's right.
Is it your baby? Or?
It's not. And no, I didn't have this baby. See, even in my notes, Maris, it says the baby's not mine.
Is it a Christmas baby?
No, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. So, if you've listened to our podcast before, you've heard me talk about the Peruvian alien mummies, the little buddies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I've promised to do a part 2, and I will, but please know this is a weirdly long and complicated story with the alien mummies. But this is an alien mummy, too. But it's a baby.
Okay. It's a wee one.
This is a dumber story than the Peruvian mummies. It's much dumber. Well, I don't know if it's dumber, but it's less famous.
Okay.
I hope this makes it famous, huh?
Yeah?
Yeah.
No.
So this is the Alyoshinka incident.
Okay, that sounds cool. It has a cool name.
If I said that wrong, it's because I'm an idiot. And say lots of things wrong all of the time. Forgive me, I only know how to speak banjo.
Yep, twang.
Twang. So this story has it all. It's got an alien corpse, a possible crashed UFO, and Russia. Okay. Our story takes place in the mid-90s in the forest of Kishtin, which is a very low population area because of all the radiation, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, aliens love radiation. I was reading on the internet, like with all of our nuclear testing, and they keep seeing aliens, and
It's true.
Yeah.
And of course it's true because I believe it.
Yeah, why not?
We believe everything.
Shitty Mulder is what we are.
So the nearby village is called Kalanovi. And I put that in Google Translate, and all it did was make a weird noise. So that's the noise I'm making at y'all. Again, if it's wrong, there's a comment section, and you're free to tell me I'm wrong. Nothing will change.
Just tell us we're wrong, because we probably are about everything.
Yeah, and if you're Russian...
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Can't say that
Das
in Russian.
Vidanya. I don't know. That's all I can say. Niet.
That's more than I know.
That's the words. Da. I know that one.
Yeah.
So anyway, totally wrong, pronunciations aside, Kalanovi is near the border of Kazakhstan. And this is kind of like, when I picture Russia, I have no idea where that is. So I can't help you.
I think that's east.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It is east. Central east.
Yeah.
So that's about as good as I can do.
Yeah, that sounds right. It sounds smart.
Y'all, I dropped out of high school, too.
I like geography.
I don't know what's going on. He's better at geography.
Yeah, I just like maps because I'm...
Oh, you're autistic. That's why.
I like maps.
No, he really legitimately is.
Yeah.
So, like most small towns that are rural, with a low population, not a lot happens. We live in the rural South in the U.S., right? And not a lot happens here. And it's more stuff like this. Like one time, somebody brought their horse into the Walmart. Remember that?
Oh my gosh, you remember the gas station?
No, but we're getting to that story. Don't jump ahead.
That's such good banjo.
It is good banjo lore.
Yeah.
It's Arkansas lore.
Yeah.
So anyway, the horse got into the Walmart store and it pooped everywhere. Like just big giant piles of crap. And of course this got posted to Facebook, which I'm banned on.
Yeah.
Story. And then one time, me and Maris stopped at one of those gas stations it's not just a gas station, but probably also has slot machines.
It has casinos in there,
and like, how to say this without making YouTube mad, people who enjoy substances that are crystally like powdery rocks in plastic baggies hang out there.
Their teeth are lacking.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed, we're not judging.
No,
we're just saying.
That's the facts.
That's the vibes that are going on
there.
That's the vibes there. Anyway, we're pumping gas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this older woman and a younger man start throwing various papers at each other.
Literal, like, stacks of paper. Yeah, throwing them at each other.
Throwing them and screaming.
In the parking lot of the gas station.
You want to know what they were screaming about? A cow. Yes. That's it. They were arguing over whose cow it was.
The ownership of a cow.
The ownership of a cow. So this is what goes on in small towns. And look.
We were there in person to witness it. Yeah.
We were. And let me tell you, it ain't no different in Kalanovi either. I'm saying it real wrong now. I can't stop.
Yeah, there's probably gas station arguments about cows. Yeah.
I don't even think they had a gas station, but we'll see. So that is until someone found Alyoshinka, the alien baby. So this little dude is a tiny humanoid thing. It was discovered in May of 1996 by an old lady. It's 10 inches long, but we're going to use United States of America measurements here.
How many?
It is one banana.
Okay.
It's one banana, maybe a banana and a half.
Yeah.
Because here on Maris Monday, we use bananas for measurements. Or if it's talking about caloric intake, we use chicken nuggets like they do on Naked and Afraid.
Yes, those are the only measurements I understand.
So Alyoshinka was probably about 5 nuggies worth of protein and a banana and a half long.
Wow, that's pretty small.
It is a tiny little feller.
Yeah.
See, and this is much better than the metric system, obviously.
Mm-hmm. I mean, on the episode I did about reality, they measured stuff in poodles.
They did. We talked about that. They measured it in, what was it, 156 poodles?
It was like 416 poodles with his $500,000.
Those are expensive poodles.
Yeah.
In this economy? I don't think so.
Yeah.
So anyway, this little alien baby had a great big head in comparison to the rest of his tiny little body with strange bony protrusions or ridges. It looks like one of those like gray aliens, like a tiny one though. Like a big head and whatnot.
Okay.
Little shriveled dude.
Okay.
Because it's like mummified.
I think we've seen him. Like, didn't that one doctor guy look at it? Is that we talking about that one?
No. This is a different shriveled up little alien mummy baby.
Oh, okay. The Adatama. Adatamica? I don't know.
Adatama.
That mummy. That was a
That
very
one.
small one.
And it weren't no mummy.
It looked like a couple chicken nuggets.
It looked like it was at least 3 chicken nuggets.
We're not
worth of
talking about
protein.
that one.
No.
Yeah.
So there are a couple versions of the story of how Alyoshenko was found, okay? And I'm going to tell both of them because they're both ridiculous and it doesn't matter.
Okay.
First version, an elderly woman, a babushka, if you will.
A babushka.
A babushka.
Yeah. That's a Russian elderly woman.
And I will, by the way, babushka.
Yeah.
Named, oh God, these names. Tamara Vasilyevna Prosverina.
Sorry
Ooh, I got
about
that
it.
last one right.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to call her Tamara.
Uh-huh.
Please don't come at me.
We could call it make it a banjo and be like Tamara.
I ain't going to do that.
Oh, okay.
But y'all, that used the last firing neuron that I have today. So
Oh.
please, bear with me. Anyway, she was walking, people saw her walking down the street and she was carrying a bundle like a baby and talking to it, wrapped in a blanket.
Yeah.
The other villagers didn't get a look at the baby, because she was kind of shying away and holding
Yeah, okay.
it.
She was being secretive and weird.
Yeah, if there was one.
Yeah.
Tamara, when asked, said it was Alyoshenko, her baby. Which maybe Tamara has some past trauma or mental health issues she needed to see a therapist about, but whatever. She's old. Let her keep the dried up alien mummy guy.
Right.
She said that she'd found it near a well in the woods. So her busybody jerk neighbors called the police, and Tamara was taken to a mental hospital. And while she was on her grippy sock vacation, her apartment was rented to a man named Vladimir with some Russian last name I'm not even going to fucking try.
Okay, so Vlad was in there.
Yes. Inside the house, he found the little body of Alyoshenko. And he was freaked out.
I would be too, yeah.
If I found a tiny little corpse, I don't know, I think I'd be pretty pumped.
No, not
I'd be
a
freaked
weird
out.
old lady. No.
I think it was some witch stuff going
Yeah.
on. Some Baba Yaga stuff
Yes.
going on.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Where does she keep her old cat,
Yes. See, even Russian landlords do a bad job of getting a place ready to rent. Where ours are painting over light switches and dead cockroaches.
Yeah.
They're leaving a whole corpse in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably more.
Albeit a small one.
Yeah.
So Vladimir was freaked out and he hid the little body in his garage, and later he was arrested for stealing electrical wires and cables like they do here. If you go on vacation in Arkansas for too long, you will come back and all the wires are going to be stripped out of your house because the crystal enjoyers are going to have stripped all the copper out of them and sold them.
I mean, it happens, yeah.
Happens to the best of
It
us.
does happen. Not to us, but we're always home.
So, yeah, it's just bridging the gap between cultures, honestly. I feel like it's not much different than rural Arkansas. It's like painting the same picture.
Yes. The vibes
So,
are bad.
yeah, well, while he was being interrogated for his theft of wires, he told the cops that there was something weird and wacky in his garage. I guess because he was already, done for. He didn't want to get in extra trouble when they invariably went and searched his
He's
home.
like, there might be
By
a
the
corpse in
way-
there.
By the way, there's a tiny little corpse in there, but it's not mine.
A couple chicken nuggets worth.
At least.
Yeah.
At least 3.
Yeah.
So the cops go. And of course, they find it. And this was a big deal in town. Because people are like, what is that thing? I will post pictures, y'all. And I will tell you, it is weird looking.
Is it possible it's just a regular, a
We're going to
baby?
get to that. Don't worry. We're going to get to all the theories.
Okay.
Don't skip ahead.
Okay.
So in the second version of this story, it starts with Tamara again. Only in this one, she went to the... This is so stupid. She went to the local graveyard to pick some flowers. Just a morbid old gal. And I love it. But one day, after coming home and getting ready for bed, she heard a voice in her head, a psychic... It's not telepathy. Is it telepathy?
Yes, yeah.
I was thinking of the other one and not remembering it. Telekinesis.
That's when you float objects.
That's when you're moving shit with your
Right.
mind. This was thoughts were being beamed into
That
her
is
head.
telepathy. You got it.
And it's going, Tamara, go back to the graveyard. And she was like, bet. And she went back. And naturally, as Tamara is crazy in each of these versions, she did go. And she felt like a certain grave was calling to her.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course.
Yeah.
And when she went there, there was a small humanoid thing, and it whistled at her. I would lose it. I would wee myself.
Wee like
it
that?
was like,
oh, okay.
little high pitch, little whistlers.
My whistle was not any good. I was
no,
too
you
nervous.
went wee woo
I
like
was
a
too
fool.
Nervous to whistle on the microphone.
Oh, God. Anyway, so she was like any sane and rational person. She took it home and fed it milk and caramels.
Not bad. Not
No,
bad. I
no.
mean, that's not a very well-rounded meal, but...
And she named it Alyoshinka.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminds me of a meme I saw recently where if someone had an alien, they would take it to Chili's for margaritas. And I would do that. Absolutely. Now, in this version of the story, her neighbors are also busybody jerks, and they were watching her through her window feed caramels and milk to this shriveled up little weird thing.
It's probably like a baby corpse she got out of the graveyard, right?
I don't know. Anyway, we'll get into the theories.
I just can't.
Don't worry. We'll get in. We're gonna get into the theories.
Okay. I'm holding on.
Just hold on.
Yeah.
For one more day. Okay, so she's like holding the little thing, and she's going, "Here's your little Werther's," or whatever the heck she's feeding it, and the neighbors are like, "That's weird, don't like it," so they called the cops.
Yeah,
and
that's reasonable.
Yes, and they took her to the mental hospital again, and this left no one to feed Werther's to little alien Shinko, and it died. And police later went back to search her apartment. They found the little corpse. Yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. And in addition, later, Tamara's daughter-in-law came forward. Mm-hmm. And she said, "Oh, I saw it when it was alive."
Oh.
Yes. And the description she gave of this thing is absolute nightmare fuel.
Okay, go on.
So you may thank me later in the comments.
And this has got to be on the scale.
I'm not putting a dead alien baby corpse on the scale.
We have all kinds of monsters on there.
All right. So I'm going to explain this to y'all. I set my tablet aside with my notes.
YouTube might not know about the scale.
Y'all don't know. So I'm going to tell you. I have made a cryptid bangability scale. Now on the podcast, I use a hard F on that one, but this is YouTube, so I'm not gonna.
No swears.
I already did a swears, and I tried not to do a swears.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, I may bleep it even. Who knows? Anyway, I rate cryptids on their scale of bangability. For example, Mothman's a 7.
I thought he was a 10.
No. The demon spider.
There must be some conversion from podcast to the video.
You're confused. So the only thing I've ever rated a 10 was the tall white aliens, the Nordic aliens, because supposedly they're hot.
Yeah.
AF. Okay. And then I rated the Japanese demon spider woman as a 10. She makes her own bondage. It comes right out her butt. So I think that's fair. An example of a low cryptid scale, the Flatwoods monster, because it smells like rotten eggs. I can't hang with that. It's gross. Mm-hmm. And of course, Chupacabra. It's just a little weird dog.
We don't like that.
We don't like that here. There's certain criteria they have to meet, like having human parts in certain places.
Okay, so weird alien baby, very low,
Yes.
very low. But I mean, we have to have
It's
the
0.
lowies as well.
It's a minor, so be quiet.
Yeah.
Yes, it doesn't go on any scale.
No, it's just being fair.
I'm leaving you alone now.
Okay.
Here's the description of this thing, and you're going to put it at a 0 after hearing it.
Okay.
So she said it was laying on top of a bed, and it was squeaking and wriggling around.
Oh.
It had a mouth like a very tiny tube, and a very small, tiny red tongue was wiggling around in there.
Oh, I hate this.
Had 2 stained teeth in its mouth.
Oh, no.
The body was gray. The head was brown and shaped like an onion. And the pupils of its eyes were like cat pupils, and they would do the thing in the light where they reflected light, all creepy like a demon.
This thing sucks.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like a horrific demon baby to me.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
But, Tamara...
Flat 0.
God bless you, Tamara.
Ugh. If you want to raise that.
Tamara told her daughter-in-law she found the creature in the woods and that it really loved sweets.
It should love being on fire. It's bad.
You should love being on fire. I agree. So, God. So Tamara was a real person.
Okay.
She existed.
All right.
She was committed to a mental hospital for schizophrenia, but it's likely she did find this strange thing, and there's video evidence of it actually existing.
Weird things can happen to schizophrenic people as well.
Of course, doesn't make them less believable.
Yeah.
So Tamara died in 1999 while running from the cops. So she's a badass.
R.I.P. Yeah.
Honestly, that's how I want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So part of the mystery is that Tamara died after being struck by a car. While fleeing the cops, she started dancing in the middle of the road and was hit by a car. And this was just days before a Japanese research team was coming to talk to her about Elia Shinko.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people are like, ooh, she was
yeah.
killed.
Right.
No, she's running from the police like a gangster.
Yeah, badass.
Indeed. So what about the weird little alien baby? Well, eyewitness testimony of those who saw it said either it was a furry little creature, others said it had no hair, some said it had dark eyes, others said blue. Some people said it was already dead, dried up natural mummy when they saw it.
I thought you were going to be like, and that little baby grew up to be our president, George W. Bush. And then, like, that would have been a nicer ending.
What?
I don't know. I was just hoping for a good ending.
This is 1996.
Oh. A different baby, then.
It was Jojo Siwa.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. No, makes no sense. So some stories say that doctors or medical researchers claimed the body. The police honestly did not give a crap about it. And an investigator named Vladimir, but not the wire-stealing Vladimir, a different Vladimir,
okay.
took it into his possession to preserve the remains, and he put them in the fridge, I guess, like next to his lettuce and Diet Coke.
Right. Makes sense.
Gross.
That was my Chinese. That's my dead baby worm.
Okay, so I have to confess, I frequently have dead stuff in my freezer.
Bugs, though, not babies.
Oh, I know I got bats. I got dead bats up in there. Look, I do cool stuff.
It's cold, yeah.
And I don't want to talk about it anymore. Okay, so it was lost. This guy lost it somehow.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, however, before the dried up little booger was lost, a ufologist got his hands on it and ran a bunch of forensic tests.
Oh, sure he did.
And we all know UFO guys are totally legit and honest and never grift anyone.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. So the test came back, and it's just a severely deformed human that was born premature.
That's what they said that little anaconda fucking mummy is.
It looks almost exactly like that thing. However, a scientist that was an expert on deformities in children said she'd never seen anything like Elia Shinko, and she said the body just wasn't human. But she didn't, test it, so shut up.
Then what was it?
It's human!
Okay.
God. So if I'm going to why can't I talk today? I'm going to post pictures on our Patreon. Mm-hmm. And these are public, so if you guys on YouTube want to go look at it, you can. You don't have to be a patron. Mm-hmm. But it would be super cool.
You should do it.
If you would be.
Do it.
There's over 200 Patreon exclusive episodes on there. It's a lot. A lot of material.
And now we're on video.
And you know what? We have a Discord too, and you should join that and come talk about this silly stuff with me. Silly.
Yeah.
So the villagers had their own ideas of what this thing was. They were like, it's a fairy. Okay. It's a little elfie gnome thing.
Yeah, right.
We've covered gnomes on this podcast, by the way.
Low on the
Bangability scale.
Yeah.
Bangability.
Is that going to be beeped or is it okay?
It might be beeped, but I think we're okay. Who knows, right? Anyway, so they also thought that it could have been an alien or a demon.
Yeah.
But there were local legends from this area, from the Kishkin, if I'm saying it wrong, forest. Kishtin.
Oh, you did it.
That there are little critters, little humanoid critters that live in the cave systems.
Right.
And so people think it's one of them.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's what I think.
You just think it's a little cave worm.
Little caveman.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's what I want to think. And that's what I'm going to think. And you can't stop me from thinking it.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but I believe in a lot of stupid stuff. Mm-hmm. So there's a monument built to Elia Shinko by a Russian UFO group. And I will post the pictures, and I know it's dumb. There's a little statue of it, and it looks really stupid. But I love it sincerely, and if I ever visit Russia, I won't.
We won't. No,
I would
be
totally go
dead.
there.
No, they would.
Oh, no, they don't like your sort there.
I would be very dead.
Yeah, they don't like the alphabet soup people there.
Nuh-uh.
No, but I think it's so cute that they made a memorial. So it's important to note that there was a nuclear, radiation contamination disaster there in 1957. 10,000 people had to be evacuated. And I'm not going to get into this story. It was nuclear waste containment barrel exploded. It got in the local water supply. Very bad.
Oh, he was a Spider-Man's.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the second worst radiation disaster next to Chernobyl.
Ooh, and don't forget Fukushima. That was a bad.
Well, we're just talking about Russia. I'm not talking about Japan.
That's
also
the worst one around there for sure.
Yes.
It's one of many.
And the thing is they did not evacuate people there for over a week.
That's fucked up.
In addition to that, they didn't even tell the people why they were evacuating them. They were just like, it's bad here now, go away. And so a lot of the people didn't leave. So is it possible that at some point somebody had a miscarriage and the baby was deformed and they left it in the woods and it naturally mummified, and then Tamara found it and stuck Werther's in its mouth?
Yeah, that tracks. I mean, yeah.
I think that while that is horrible in the most likely scenario, it's too grim for me.
Yeah.
I want it to be a little fairy person.
Yeah.
And that she was feeding it caramels, however you say that.
She said it was alive.
She's also
Crazy.
really not well mentally, and dead now.
Yeah.
Well, that's that story. How'd you like it?
I hope we didn't put too many swears in by accident.
I think we're okay on the swears.
Okay.
We're okay on the swears. I think it's fine.
Sorry, YouTube. I'm just not used to this.
We're potty mouths.
And nervous.
I'm not nervous. I'm just hot, and my hair's big.
Yeah.
I have a lot of hair.
All right.
You can't see it, but it goes past my butt.
She's got too much hair.
It's great. But anyway, you know what else is great? Business time. If you're listening here on the YouTubes, please like and subscribe and hit whatever things
Sorry
you have
about
to
our
hit.
swears. I'll fix it.
Yes, he'll do better next time because I'm going to beat him when this is over.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not. That's not the way it goes around here. Anyway, yeah, I don't know all the things. Just push all the buttons, and that will help me.
Yeah.
Unless you hate me, and then in which case don't, and go away.
Do it anyway.
Or do it out of spite.
Yeah.
That'll show me.
Yeah.
Yeah. In addition, we do have a Patreon. If you want to hear more of this kind of nonsense, we have a Patreon. You can go to that. There's Monday is a part of Cruelty Podcast. And Cruelty Podcast is a true crime podcast that I do. I host that with my next door neighbor, Willow. And she is going to be on here too, but I'm giving her a week to mentally prepare to be on video. It's
We're all
stupid.
very scared.
She's a cute person. It's dumb. She should just get on here and be on the YouTubes with the rest of us. But other than that, all of the pertinent links are going to be in the description, and it's going to be our link tree. Don't be scared. It's just where we keep our links.
Yeah, go to it.
You can find our art, our writing. Oh yeah, we write stuff. We write books.
Write better than I talk, which is not good.
He does write better than he talks. The talking is bad. And then you can go to our Discord, and that's where all of our little buddies go, our teabags.
Yeah.
And they go to talk to us about various things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Show me your pets.
Yeah.
I do want to see what you had for dinner.
Yeah.
Do keep
Unless
in mind,
gross.
if it's gross, I'm not going to say mean stuff, but I am going to think mean stuff. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, thank you all so much for our inaugural video. We're sweaty, we're nervous, we cuss too much, and I can't pronounce anything right, but I appreciate you. And if all you can do to support this podcast is listen, thank you. I appreciate that. So until next time, goodbye.
Bye.
Us on your social media platform of choice. Linktree/Cruelty has all of the links. Check out our Patreon for exclusive episodes, merch, ad-free episodes, live ghost hunts, and much more. Please be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded weekly. Thank you so much. See you next time. Music and production by Libby.